Me and my friends, we used to do this thing where like it would be Saturday night and we drive around in my friend's shitty like 1995 Toyota Corolla with no paint on it that had over 200,000 miles. And the only reason we figured out it didn't have a clutch is when we gave it to one of our friends to drive who didn't know how to drive stick, who drove it all day and then asked, why is there a third pedal? Like this thing was.
Wait, how did it even move?
Dude,
it would just stay in first gear the whole time?
No, you could just like shift between gears and like.
Oh shit! Like you could just throw it in third and you didn't have to push in a pedal or anything.
You would have it in like neutral. You'd start it and put it in first. And it would just go. And you just go.
It's like an automatic with the fucking manual mode.
Tiptronic, yeah.
Dude,
this fucking like
this. One time we went to check the oil and there was no oil.
Bruh.
We were like,
how is this thing alive?
We were like, wait a minute. So we'd all like roll down our windows and we'd listen to like the shittiest rave music ever. One time we used to do this. So in our
like old school rave. What were we listening
like
to?
Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, and like stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And it was on 96.5 The Buzz, Saturday night at midnight. From midnight
The Buzz?
The Buzz.
Oh, Buzz.
From 12 to midnight, they would always play rave music. So we'd go drive around in our town and like meet up at Walmart and just drive around and pop into Sonics and smoke cigars and listen to rave music. And occasionally we do this thing called red light raves where we would go get glow sticks. And every time we were at a red light, we'd all jump out like of the doors and just like rave at the red light, like look at our glow sticks, like listening to like music, like smoking cigars, like dun 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 dun.
That's the most high school shit I've ever heard.
We just like going crazy, and then people, we loved the reactions from everyone else.
That's what you're trying to get.
Everyone else would just be like dying laughing and pulling out their 1.1 megapixel flip phones and like taking pictures and recording and like.
That's funny.
You know,
that'd be like a TikTok nowadays. Like someone would be like, "Oh, we gotta put this on TikTok."
Yeah,
like red light rave. Dude, my thing was there was this road near Norcross. Anyone listening might know this road. It's called Lakeshore Drive, and it goes around Berkeley Lake. But it's literally Lakeshore Drive abbreviates to LSD. So we'd always, and it's a road that doesn't have, it's literally kind of like a windy road around a lake. So, and it's kind of long. And there's no place where a cop could even like post up.
Oh, it's just like ditches on the side of the.
It's not even ditches, it's just houses and stuff. Like it's residential, and it's just 2 lanes. Like there's nowhere for a cop to post up, and it's so windy that it would be dangerous for them to just stop in the middle of the road. So it was always a place that you could like reliably just drive around and like do whatever because you couldn't like easily get caught doing anything. So we'd be like, you guys want to go to LSD? And so like we'd go like take one lap and like smoke a joint, or like, you know, like people in the backseat would be like drinking or something. Then we'd like go to our wherever. It was like the pregame was like to drive a couple laps around LSD and then like go somewhere. But it was so funny because one time my friend Eric, he had this shitty old Camry, and it was like really old. Like it qualified for the antique plate.
No, it was over 25 years old.
It was old. And one day, but it was like a freaking tank, you know, it was like solid stainless steel or whatever the heck, you know, they made cars out of back then, just solid steel metal and steel. Yeah. But anyways, we were driving and he hit a freaking, it was like trash night. So all the dumpsters were out on the street, and he hit a dumpster and it went flying, and we all like screamed, but like nothing really happened. And we were like, let's get the fuck out of here. And we just like drove away.
I was a very obnoxious bad kid. I was the kind of kid that like.
Is this when you were racing and stuff?
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and all you parents out there would beat me up. I would beat me up if my kid does anything that I did. I will punch them in the face. Here's an example. So we had a friend who had like a Ford Focus ZX2. It had this very round nose on it. So like anything that like hit it like flew off in a direction. Like we would never damage it, and it had this like rubbery, like cardboardy, like it wasn't even metal. It was like ding. It was like a Saturn or something. And 2 things we used to do. Oh my God, I would kill me. One was this thing called grave digging, where you just pull into someone's yard and just do burnouts.
Oh no.
And just leave just 2 graves and just leave, okay? I would kill myself. The next one, I'd kill me. So we knew certain neighborhoods had different trash nights. So it would be like Monday is like this neighborhood, and Tuesday is this neighborhood, and Wednesday, and we would just like kind of go around and try to find these neighborhoods. And we do these things called trash can bowling, where we would clip the trash cans and see how far into the yard we could get it. Like, I would kill me if someone did this.
And it has all the trash in it.
Yeah, still has the trash in it. So we'd doof, and we'd swerve and just clip it, and it would just go flying. And I remember one time the best we ever got was it was one of the big square barrels with the wheels on it.
Yeah.
We clipped it so hard the wheels flew off and like hit the front door. So it like
Double points.
So it like made a knock or something like doom. And we're like, dude, we never got caught, but I swear to you, like, imagine being an adult and going to work the next morning, and not only is your trash can destroyed, but there's trash all over your yard. And then like multiple neighbors all have the same problem. And then like a couple months or a couple weeks later, it happens again. It's like, it's the equivalent of like back in the day when they used to hit mailboxes with baseball bats. God, I was obnoxious, dude.
I have a story. So me and my friends in high school, my
Kids
buddy had,
do not do anything that I talked about or what Andrew talked about or what AJ is going to talk about. Do not. No.
This is not cool. This is so dumb. So my friend had this truck at the time, and we had like, he got this like a rope that you could wrap around stuff. And so we went to this one guy's yard in our neighborhood too, which is even more
That's dumb.
In your own neighborhood.
Kids, that's dumb.
And we wrapped it around this tree, and we pulled out and stole this tree.
Imagine waking up the next morning and you're missing a tree.
Like the roots are sticking on everything.
What did
you do with the tree? Just drag it for a
down
while?
the road?
Just dragged. I think we put it in my backyard or something.
Oh no, incrimination.
Even more dumb.
More
But
dumb.
That's
We're gonna
funny.
hide it. Just put it underneath my deck. My dad will never know.
Did you guys ever go TPing?
Why is there 12? No, but we went egging. I got an egging story for you. Another one. Kids, don't do this. This was back when the vans first started having doors that opened on both sides.
Sliding van
Yeah.
door.
So we took out all.
Kids are like, they didn't ever have them on both sides? What?
Yeah. So we took out the seats and we opened up both the doors and went and drove around neighborhoods and would like egg cars and houses and mailboxes and stuff, and then got on this like really crazy chase because someone like saw us do it and then like started chasing us, and we like drove to another city that was far away and tried to ditch him and drove back home and tried to ditch him, and eventually we pulled back in to like the kid whose parent owned the car, and we pulled in. Then she goes, "The police have been looking for you fuckers." She goes, "Get in the basement now. Put on a movie. Fast forward halfway through it. Get in that fucking basement right fucking now." And we were like, So we like all like sprinted like down to the basement. She like went out to the car, like put all the fucking seats back in, like made sure there was no like evidence inside of it. And the police came, doof, 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 doof. She's like, what do you want? They're like, "We see your van's back. That means the boys are here. Where are they?" And she's like, "Boys have been here." She's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, "What boys?" She's like, "We had a silver blah, blah, blah with this license plate that was doing these things in this city." She's like, "That city's 20 miles away. They're here. What are you talking about?" Like, the mom covered for us so hard. And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Boys, get up here." And we're like, "Get up here." What have you guys been doing? They're like, "Well, I'm watching a movie." Like, "What movie are you watching?" They're like, "Oh, we're watching this movie." Like, "How far along are you in the movie?" Like,
They asked that?
no, like the mom was asking all these leading questions. Like, "I don't know, maybe we're like halfway done or something." And then
The police are like, what movie are you watching? Toy Story. What part are you in? Like,
no,
what he just...
it was so funny because even at the end, the officer goes,
like, "That's a good movie. What part are you at? I like that part too."
Well, it was funny because at the end, the officer's like, "Something's fishy here," and he pointed at the mom and he goes, "And you're in on it," and then just like left. And then the mom was like, "All right, here's the deal. Tomorrow, you're all gonna be here at 7 a.m. to paint my whole house, or I'm telling your parents." She's like, "Because I just saved you guys from jail." And we were like, "Yes, ma'am." like, we were like, "Absolutely." Like,
That's amazing.
and it was one of like the bad kid, you know, like I'm sure if like I told my mom, like she's going to ask me who it was, I'm going to tell her. She's like, "I know you were hanging out. You should have been hanging out with that kid."
That's hilarious. Dude, I have a TPing story. So
Oh my God. Like, seriously, if my kid is anything like me, I'm going to punch him in his face. Like, I seriously swear.
know he
If
is.
he's anything like me, I'm going to punch him in his face. Like, ugh.
So my friend's mom, similar thing, but we couldn't drive yet. We were like in middle school, and we thought it was so funny. Or maybe we were like, I think we were in middle school, and we couldn't drive, and we wanted to go TP this kid's house that was like on a baseball team of some other kid. But we didn't like know the parents really. We didn't know, but we just, and I think like maybe the daughter, like one of my friends was like trying to date her or something. Anyways, like the sister of the guy. Anyways, it's this whole
So
thing.
you're trying to like prank someone who you kind of knew some people, yeah.
But we didn't know like the parents. I didn't really have any affiliation with any of them. Long story short, the mom drives us around, and the first time we get there, for whatever reason, like we showed up, and we like got out of the car and we were being all stealthy, and someone like set off the light. You know how like there's like a light thing?
Yeah, the
The
floodlights.
dad was like sitting in a chair on the driveway, and we didn't see him because he was in the shadows. Because he must have seen us like, you know, being stupid before, like scouting it out and like driving past a couple
Trying
times
to be
or whatever.
stealthy.
And he like doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He might think there's someone like trying to rob the house or some shit, you know?
Uh-huh.
So he's literally just sitting in a like a folding chair in the driveway. And then one of us sets off the light, and he's just sitting there. And my friend sees him and he screams, and everyone's like, run or whatever. So we all like scatter. And then like this one kid's mom was literally driving us around. She stayed in the car. She was our getaway car.
Oh, she knew that you guys were going to TP?
She took us. She took us to TV the house.
I mean,
she was kind
TP
of like, oh, I don't know, guys. And we're like, it'll be funny. It'll be funny.
I mean, TP is mostly innocent.
She didn't really want us to do it, but she was like, fine, okay, whatever. She took us to freaking Ingles and bought us toilet paper. It was great. Anyways, so then it all comes down to a thing. We also realized that we forgot a kid. Like we all finally got back in the car, but this one kid, he did have a phone because some of us didn't have phones. I didn't have a phone. This one kid had a phone. And we were calling him, and he was like, dude, there's police with searchlights in here, and like I'm scared, blah blah blah. And we had forgotten about him because we'd all driven away. We were like, oh, that was so funny. We almost DP'd the house. We almost got caught.
Like, wait a minute, where's Milton?
Yeah, literally, we're like, where's John David or like whatever. And so we finally like went back around to pick him up, and the police like stopped us and was like, because she went back on her own. We all stayed back at the house. And she's like, I gotta go back and get John David or whatever. So she
He keeps saying or whatever if that's not exactly his name.
oh, that's his name. But I'm saying like or whatever. Like that's what she said. Like we gotta
okay.
go back and whatever. So anyways, so apparently a police officer like stopped her, and she was like this really young, cool mom. She had like blonde hair. She looked really young, and the police officer was like, something how she started talking to the police officer. She's like, yeah, there's a girl running around here, driving around some kids, blah blah blah. They're gonna TP a house or something like that. Have you seen anyone running around? And she's like, no, I haven't seen anyone. He's like, yeah, I think it's like a high school girl driving around some kids. And it was literally her.
She's like, a high school girl, you said?
yeah, literally. But she was like 32. She was like really young. And yeah, it was
It's a hot mom right there.
yeah. But it was just really funny because it was just like, it was literally her. But anyways, that was fun. Childhood stories with Richard and Andrew and AJ.
Jesus, I swear, dude. It's like, I'm gonna love my kid, but I'm gonna hate him too if he's anything like me. Like I was so rambunctious.
Well, he's either gonna be like you or he's gonna be like Jalila.
Both of us. We always joke about that. We're like, yo, our kids are gonna be the death of us. Like they're gonna be the death of us. Like we're literally gonna have to like put him in headlocks and push him down the stairs. Like,
Sounds like you shouldn't have kids, Richard.
well, I
I'm
mean,
just
not
kidding.
literally, but it's like,
I know.
I mean, there's
You
a
have to set him straight.
yeah, there's a lot of assets to the type of personality that we have, but there's also a lot of liability to having the type of personalities that she and I have. We joke about it where literally she'll.
What's a girl version of Richard though? Like, what if you have a daughter that's like you?
Oh God. So I say this with Jalila. She's like, how are you always so calm, cool, and collected? And like, how are you always able? I was like, oh, because I have therapy. I'm like, I'm you with 2 years of therapy. 2-3 years of figuring this out. Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm kind of embarrassed this episode talking about all the dumb stuff I did when I was in
Dude,
high
I'm
school.
not, because it was just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like dumb stuff you do. It's not you. You've changed so much.
And I feel like, totally not me, but I feel like also like that when you're with a guy and when you're with other guys, every time you add a person in, your IQ like cuts in half.
Yeah.
So it's like you and your buddy, half the IQ. You add another one in there, you got to cut that down. You're at a quarter of the amount of IQ. Add another guy in, you're at an eighth of the IQ. So it's like,
and one
you're
person
like-
has a dumb idea, and everyone's like,
yeah, we should totally start doing that. That'd be a great idea. Let's go to the store. We're gonna buy.
and then your parents are like, what were you thinking? And you're like, we weren't.
we weren't thinking.
Literally.
Another
It
thing.
sounded fun.
Another thing we used to do was we'd get sparkling grape juice and like hang out the window and pretend like it was wine. We'd be driving along and be like, hey guys, we drive through like near where like patios were and be like, what's up fuckers? You guys like drinking and driving? And we would like chug our like fake wine and like
Oh my gosh, dude! In college, one time I did that where we had sparkling grape juice or something, and all of us were walking around. We were walking to a party, and I had like a bottle of sparkling grape juice. So I was like openly drinking, but I wasn't drinking, and it was just so funny because I was like acting like I was drunk and like drinking the grape juice or whatever. And my friends were like, "Dude, chill. We're gonna get like attention of cops." I'm like, "I'm not actually drinking." They're like, "Yeah, but we all are, bro. Like, chill.
like, but we
like,
are.
We're underage drinking right now. Stop." I was just like such an idiot. But anyways,
Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want the full episode, you can click right here. If you want to subscribe, click here. If you want more clips, we got 2 more right over here.